Hey everyone, Flobo Boys here for that hashtag but I'm not alone. I'm being joined by the 5-time TNA Tag Champion, 2-time X Division Champion, 2-time Impact World Champ, and 2-time Impact Wrestling Triple Crown winner, Eddie Edwards. How's it going, sir?
It's going good, man. Especially an intro like that, it's going very well right now. And also that shirt. I heard you talk when I first. I heard you talk when I first came on. Flamingos, you nailed it. I like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well,
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, look, the whole world is looking at my loud ass shirt. They want to know one question, and well, how are you feeling after the events that happened this past spring?
I'm good, man. I feel back to 100%, or as I like to say, normal. Whatever that normal is for each and every person. I feel relatively normal right now. It was a rough couple of weeks, but now I'm back on it, and I feel good.
Yeah.
Back in the routine, getting ready for Slam, man.
Yeah, as a creative, just kind of an aside there. Like, do you deserve that moment where you're like, "Oh man, is this the thing that takes me out the game, or is that just me being paranoid?" Like, is that?
Uh, there was a couple moments like heading to the hospital at the time, and it's like, what if there's traffic for a couple minutes of traffic, and it's like maybe that's the 2 minutes where my appendix blows up and kills me. What if that takes me out? But
Yeah,
try to stay positive, and it was mostly focused just on the pain and wanting to actually get it done and over with.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. But we're talking ahead of Slammiversary, July 17th here, Saturday night. And I know about a year ago this time it seems to be like a whole wrestling community was looking at Slammiversary, coming back, or even just showing out for TNA. And you were the champion in that time period. I mean, how has that changed? How has the wrestling game changed in your opinion over the past year or so?
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, with the pandemic and everything that's going on, everybody's lives have been touched by it. The good, bad, ugly. It's have ups and downs all around. And it was a tough time for wrestling, for Impact Wrestling. But I'm very proud of how Impact has held and how Impact has done things throughout the pandemic. And like you said, you look last year, and especially leading into Slam, there was you know people were pulled out of matches. There was matches. The main event was changing. There was mystery guests, and people were showing up, and it really was like. I almost feel like anytime we have a pay per view, it's like you're restarting up. You're trying to kick yourself in the ass, try to get going again.
Yeah.
And every time we do that, we go out there and we deliver. But with Slam last year, man, the hype was real, like legit. There's a lot of hype going into it. We find out the Good Brothers are showing up at Slam, and then there's mystery guests in the main event. Nonetheless,
Yeah.
having mystery opponents at any time throughout the show is great, but in the main event for the world title, that's pretty wild to have Eric Young come back, Rich Swann. It was it was a wild time for pro wrestling. It still is right now, but to go back to that and be able to close the show, winning that world title and be able to hold it above my head and have the Good Brothers come out and we cheer some beers and we stand tall in that ring. It was a pretty surreal moment because as you said, there was a lot of eyes on the product, and to be the guy holding that belt at the end. I've always wanted to be, and I've said it before. I'll say it over and over again. I always want to be that guy at the forefront of Impact Wrestling. I want to be the guy who's like, come to Impact Wrestling. Let's charge forward together. I want to be the guy on top of the mountain at any time. And it's such an honor to be able to do that at an event like that and any time in my career, man. But
Yeah.
we're trying to continue. We're trying to roll that into this year too, man. Into
Yeah.
this Slam coming up. It's again, people are talking, people are watching. Hopefully, getting some new fans. The AEW crossover, all this stuff. Like, it's a very unique time for pro wrestling, and it's a unique time, but definitely in a good way.
You hit the nail on the head. A unique time is the best way to describe it. It hasn't been done before. It feels like Avengers Endgame with that Forbidden Door. And AEW's been in the mix. I mean, what's been your experience when you got that call or that meeting being like, oh no, they're not here for a week. It's going to be a long going partnership.
Yeah, it's kind of in wrestling. I like to look at anything as let's wait and see. I'll believe things when I see things because I've been wrestling almost 20 years. There's a lot of times where we're gonna do this, and not necessarily about Impact, but in general,
Mhm.
like we're doing this. This guy's gonna come and this is gonna happen, and then it doesn't happen, and people are let down, or yourself, you're let down. So for me, it's like great if that's gonna happen. That's fantastic, but I'll wait to see it before I believe it, and then we'll go from there. And Kenny Omega shows up at Impact Wrestling as the Impact World Champion, as the AEW champion and then becomes the Impact World Champion, it's like, oh, okay, this is real. Like
Yeah.
this is legit. This is what's going on. And I think it's done a great job for us to try to get that crossover, try to bring back some fans who maybe haven't watched for a while of Impact Wrestling, or maybe new fans in general. And our goal is to just get them tuned in and can hopefully get them to continue to watch our product, because we know what we do when we go out there. We're going out there to deliver the best that we can do, and I feel like we do that each and every week. So if we can get some new eyes through AEW on our product, that's a good thing. And for me, I've enjoyed it. Obviously, one part I don't enjoy is having Kenny Omega being the world champion and not being a true Impact player. Not being a part of
Right.
Impact roster. That happens, but in the end, the goal is to get the title back to Impact and get going from there. And I'd be more than happy to be the guy to do that.
Well, you got to run ahead of me there. I mean, Slammiversary, the return. I mean, look, Eddie Edwards, last year. I mean, you had the title in your hand. Can it happen again?
Like I like to say, anything is possible. We will wait and see what happens, but I'm excited for it, man. It's been a roller coaster, as you know, for everybody. And right now, I just feel like we're going up. We're going up, up, up.
Absolutely. Is there anyone on that list of AEW talent, or you don't get into the kind of game of like Minutia who you want to wrestle?
Kenny Omega's the champion. I want the champion. If anybody, anything like that. And honestly, it's a match that surprisingly has never happened anywhere, whether the independents or, in Japan or wherever. Like, we've always kind of been in a similar vicinity, doing shows together, being on similar shows, being in Japan at the same time. But, we've never crossed paths. The only thing we've done is the 6-man at Impact Wrestling. So that is a match I would like to happen, especially him being the world champion.
Sure. Character question. I mean, Eddie Edwards is durable, been around for a long time, never got stale. I still have to. I'm still deciding which shirt to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's been your approach? When as a performer that, hey, look, it's time to switch things up, to freshen things up, to keep myself relevant to a new fan base as you go on in your career?
Sometimes it's a choice. You make the choice on your own. Like, sometimes you can just feel like, all right, I feel like I've kind of done all I can do with what I'm doing right now and kind of switch things up. And then other times, you get hit in the face with a baseball bat and you're forced to turn around and make something of that. And that's all what has led to me where I am now as far as my character in the ring, outside the ring. It's all stems from, me and Sami Callihan having our rivalry, our feud, starting with the baseball bat. And it forced me to kind of step outside my comfort box, my comfort zone. That's what I did, and I'm extremely happy with what's happened since then. It forced me to get creative, and it also allowed me to kind of let loose a little bit, to try some new things or do something new, whether it's look or in the ring. It kind of took, not to say handcuffs, but handcuffs of my own. Like, kind of broke free, and it's like, all right, well, let's see what we can do. If anything, we know that I can always go back and do whatever I need to do if I want to be that babyface Eddie Edwards that I was. But honestly, man, right now I've never been more comfortable inside or outside that ring in my career, in my personal life. It's weird that it started from something as crazy as a baseball bat,
Yeah.
But I mean, talk about making making lemonade out of lemons. That's what we did. We all kind of took the ball and ran with it. And I'm extremely proud of what we turned, what we used and got to where we are now, man.
Well, what's left on the list? I mean, you've done basically it all except for take out Kenny Omega, which is coming soon. I can guarantee it. But after that, it has to be something else on that dream list of things you want to accomplish for you.
It just kind of falls in line with what I said earlier. I just want to be, as Impact grows, which I know we're going to continue to do. I want to be one of those guys at the front of that. One of those guys who I'm honored to be able to do these interviews, to do podcasts, to do backstage vignettes, whatever I need to do for this company. I want to do because I believe in what Impact Wrestling is doing. I believe in our front office, and I believe in our girls and boys in the back. We all have the same goal. We all want to make Impact Wrestling the best that it can be. And that's what we do each and every time we go out there. So I just want to be that guy, like I said, at the forefront. I will wave that Impact flag till my arm falls off, man. And until something, until I have a reason not to, which I don't see that ever happening, I also want to be a spokesperson, to people from other companies who may have not got a chance somewhere else. Come to Impact Wrestling. Look at the success guys have had coming to Impact and being able to do what they want to do, being able to put their talents out there and really prove themselves. Come to Impact Wrestling and you'll be rewarded with how hard you work.
Absolutely. Lastly, Slammiversary 2021, Saturday, July 17th. If someone who during this pandemic hasn't had a chance to see you or doesn't know what to expect with the event, how important it is for Impact Wrestling, let them know.
Man, think Super Bowl, NBA Finals, like throw it all in there, mix it all up. You're going to have, I always say there's something for everyone. That's what wrestling is, and that's what Impact Wrestling is. There's the knockouts matches. It's going to be hardcore. There's going to be chaos. There's going to be high flying. There's going to be hard hitting, and there's going to be championship matches. And everybody should know that the excitement for this pay-per-view is what we have ourselves, like me going into it. Anybody in that locker room, there's a buzz in the back when you're walking around before the show. You can feel that it's something big. In those moments, we want to go out there. We want to create moments. And this is the first time that we've had fans back in over a year and a half. Yeah. If you don't think the juice is going to be flowing before your music kicks, man, you're dead. You're going to be dead if you don't feel it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm getting excited just talking about it now. Like, to be able to walk through those curtains and see those fans and have that connection that we've all wanted, we've all missed. The fans have missed it. We've missed it being in the ring. I can't wait for that adrenaline dump right there. Like, when we go out there, we're going to be feeling it. And I can't wait to do it in front of fans again, man.
Boston knee parties for everybody.
Oh, everybody. You get one. You get a knee party. You all get a knee party. Exactly. I'm the Oprah of knee parties. I'm giving them everywhere.
Right, man. Thank you so much for dropping by the hashtag show. I can't wait. July 17th, Slammiversary 2021. It's going to be a good one.
Hell yeah. We will not be disappointed, man. I appreciate you and thank you very much.